Okay, here's a few boards I've dug out. Literally dug them out of this shed. Not been broken in 5 to 10 years, some of them. But it's warm. This is the easiest one, very dense. You need something underneath, because when you hit it, especially when you punch it or stamp on it or side kick it, this will spin round, these sharp edges will dig in, and boy does that hurt. So, I've got some padding that we can use, but it's also going to reduce your power, but it'll reduce the fear. So I'm just going to smack it, see what happens. That's user friendly, not a problem at all. So I've put lots of padding on, that'll reduce the power, but some people might want to prefer to do that, hit it harder, but be more confident. That's really good, that's great. Safe and doable, but I think you've got to hit it fairly hard. So let's see if I hit it soft. As you can see, I'm hitting it pretty much on target. It's not breaking, so you need to whack it. Next one up, they're different sets. I think the blue and the red are in the same set. This is a denser plastic and the edges are really sharp. So I bet a lot of people have cut themselves without having the pads in there, because that's going to be horrible. Now it's the denser or harder plastic, so it tends to spring. So if you don't go through it enough, it'll pop back again. So it's a really good test for short distance breaking techniques, because if you don't go through it, it laughs at you. So again, I'm just going to smack it. Didn't think it would break. So this one probably needs warming up, probably needs a stamp just to get it going. Not been broken in at least 5 years. So this type of thing, maybe want to be over the top of it, so you've got more body weight in it, and that is now user friendly. Let's go back to the hammer fist, and I'll hit it a good hit now. I'm not messing around anymore. So again, you just have to hit it with a bit of technique now. Bit of a heavy hand in there, bit of intent in there, and I'm really going to have to hit it now. But again, it's safe, so excellent, that is absolutely perfect. Safe, comfortable, and a good test. Now these boards are probably going to last and last. The only downside is if you don't have the padding, they hit the floor, you can bend the corners, and I can see this is some of the corners are bent. But you also dip the expensive floor, and again this will spin around, and especially with a punch, it'll cut you. Okay, so there. Now this one is harder still, so I'm not going to mess around. I'm just going to stamp on it, because that one hasn't been broken in 10 years. Now it has. So if you've got plenty of body weight behind the technique, you hit it in the right place, it'll go. So I'm thinking we need body weight and crazy. Old school, give it a good whack, it'll go. Now, I doubt that'll go with a hammer fist, so we'll stick with body weight, old school, plus a few players. I should imagine it'll be alright with the pads. So we'll just try palm strike. That's user friendly, that's safe, that's all good. So we can use all the boards. I'll bring some crates. We just need something to hold them in. We can hold them in, 2 people can hold them, or if you've got some weights we can use the weights. Right, this one is light as a feather, and when I bought it originally, it's been replaced since. This is a fairly new one. Originally I said that's for children. It was some shop in Peterborough, I don't remember where it was. And the guy put it on the counter, he said, "We'll break it," and I bounced off it. I went, "Oh, I'll have that." So this is user friendly, but its lifespan is nowhere near them. And I've seen somebody stack 2 or 3, I can't remember whether it was 2 or 3, it could have been 3 of these on top of each other. And this guy's a world champion breaker. He's got world records and stuff. And he smacked it, and he broke all 3, but he actually broke the board, so useless. And they're at least 25 quid a go, so that was 75 quid punch. So this one is soft, it's light, you still need the padding underneath, but we can use more finesse. So if we go heavy hand, meridians, wave, we get a nice short technique that is useful, and it's a good test, because if you don't use those 3 techniques I added in there, and 3 players, it don't break like that. You have to get old school on it.